Okay. Hey guys. I just had an issue. It wouldn't connect for some reason. I had to hop out and get back in. Can you guys see me okay? I see there's a few people in here. It's great to see you. I hope I'm not having any kind of a buffering issue. Let me know if that's the case. How's everybody doing today? So if anybody's here, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to hop out and hop back in. Okay, good. I'm glad to know somebody's here. It took a little while. Usually people are pretty active in the chat right away. I am great, Amber. How are you? It's good to see you in here. I am, this is the first time I've ever had kind of a technical difficulty at the beginning of a live stream, and I didn't know what to do. I've never had that happen before. So yeah, I just said, starting chat, and it was just circling and circling and circling, and nothing happened. So I just hit refresh on my screen, and thankfully it let me in. So how is your day so far? Everybody doing great? I hope so. I am good. I hope I'm not grainy or anything. I hope that didn't mean my service was bad. I know I was trying to do this at 12 because I know that's a little bit better of a time for a lot of people, but for me, I think my last PT appointment this afternoon, and I thought that might put me in a little bit of a time crunch. So I had to bump it up a little bit earlier. So I'm glad to see you guys in here. Hi, everybody. Hi, Christy, Helen, Lady Anna, Malia, Tara. I know. And you know, for live chats or live streams, I feel like the only way to know they're happening is YouTube notifications. Actually, no, if you check your subscription feed, they do show up, but you do have to check your subscription feed to see that. You do get that notification that way. And I always check my subscription feed manually. That's just what I do. And then I always let you guys know on Instagram stories and Twitter as well. Hi, everybody. It's so good to see everybody in here. I did stop notifying Facebook people. Sorry, because the last time I did that was the time I had a bunch of trolls up in here. And I do have some, I don't know, some different people that follow me over on Facebook because Facebook promoted me randomly to groups I wasn't supposed to be promoted to. So while I have some great people following me on Facebook, I do have some randoms, and I think they came into that chat, and it was a day that was kind of not good as far as the chat goes. We kept having to ban people. So I stopped promoting my live streams over on Facebook. So check Twitter, check Instagram stories. That's where I always notify you guys. And they're usually going to be on Tuesdays, maybe Thursdays, but it could vary. I may surprise you guys and do them on another day, but they'll usually probably be around 11 or 12 Central Time. And of course, the night before, I always put up, you know, the thumbnail to let you guys know. Hi, everybody. Good morning. I've got Canada, Alaska, Virginia. Oh, thank you, Natty. You're awesome too. Tara just got the notification. Way to be timely, YouTube. That's awesome. But at least it's notifying you guys. Italy. Oh my gosh. Tulsa, Oklahoma. That is where I was born. So that's great. Florida. It's Teresa's first time to make it in here to the live chat. Thank you so much for being here. And you're a super fan. Oh, that's so sweet, you guys. This is great. Kentucky, Texas. Gretchen, you made it. I'm so glad you're in here. We've got people doing skincare in here while you're in here. That is so wonderful. Venezuela. Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. New York, Maine, California, Maryland, North Carolina, South Carolina. You're right above each. Okay, I've got someone from South Carolina that is above the person from North Carolina. That's kind of funny. I've got somebody in here where it's late for them. Puerto Rico. Oh, you guys, I'm blown away. My face is kind of naked today. Not totally naked. I just don't have a lot of color on because I'm going to play around with some brushes and some powders while I'm talking to you. I didn't want to do a full face get ready with me because those run really long and I don't have an hour and a half today, unfortunately. So I figured I could just kind of dust on some things with these new Sonia G Sky face brushes. See what those are about a little bit more. Las Vegas. I need to get back to Las Vegas and hang out with Risa again. Oh, that's great. Lady Anna had laser hair removal this morning. Yes, you got to keep out of the sun, girl. Heather made a live chat too. Oh my gosh, you guys. D90 is back. I love you guys that make them regularly and the people that have never been in here. And there's Luke back there. He is joining us as usual. Somebody asked me in a video recently if he was a Velcro dog, if I was his person. And yes, I am his person. Oh, Tony ordered the YSL All Hours foundation and it's supposed to come today. That's awesome. I love it. I've had a few people point out the alcohol in that foundation because it is kind of at the top. And that was one of the reasons why I didn't review it at first, because I was kind of on a rant about high-end companies putting alcohol at the top of their list. And so I didn't review it. And then I don't know, I started thinking about foundations that are really beautiful that have alcohol at the top of their list. And, like Chanel Velvet Foundation, it has alcohol at the top of the list. It's a beautiful foundation. And a lot of skincare experts and beauty experts kind of agree that, you put these foundations on over layers of other products. A lot of times primer too, sunscreen, skincare. And if you're not wearing them every day, if you're alternating them with other things, it's probably fine. That's why I always say now it's your discretion, because there are big YouTubers that really take care of their skin. And I'll use Angie Hot and Flashy as one that Chanel is her favorite foundation, and her skin is in great shape and it does have alcohol in it. And it's kind of, it's up to you if you want to use it. My job is to review these things for you. And that way you can make your own buying decisions based on my take on it. I think the YSL All Hours is a beautiful foundation, and I kind of wish I had reviewed it earlier than I did. So I do wish that companies would find another way to make foundations that just make those pores look so good without alcohol in them. So let's see. Have I been to Alaska? Stacy asks. I have not, but my in-laws have been on an Alaskan cruise and it sounds fabulous. The Ghost Edit palette from Hourglass. Renee just ordered that. It looks really nice. So that is the new palette that's out for the holidays, right? And the packaging is kind of clear and really cool. That looks really nice. And everyone is telling me to review the Shiseido Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation. Is that kind of the consensus on my next foundation roundup? I can include that. If you guys would like to see it, let me know. Dana, welcome to your first live chat. That's great. And Lisa is nearby on the Gulf Coast of Florida. That is awesome. So yeah, let me know, in any video that you guys pop in and you're in the comments, if you want me to try something, especially for the holidays, let me know, because there are a lot. Hey, Risa, welcome. I'm glad you popped in. I know you're very busy right now. Welcome. My YouTube bestie is here, Risa. Natty, yes, I have tried Makeup Revolution products. I have a few really, really good products and a few I'll be mentioning in some upcoming videos. I've been trying to do a much better job this year of including drugstore products in my videos. So everybody's telling Risa hi. I'm so glad you're able to pop in. So yeah, today I was just going to kind of include products that I've, accumulated very recently. Do I prefer the Charlotte Tilbury foundation or the Pat McGrath? Gretchen would like to know. They are totally different foundations. So You know, if I want a more sheer foundation, a lighter coverage, the Pat McGrath for sure, but the Charlotte Tilbury is going to be, you know, a little bit fuller coverage and less matte, less skin-like. They're just totally different. It's really hard to compare foundations like that when they're apples to oranges, you know? But I mean, I like them both for different reasons. And I think the Pat McGrath is going to be a little bit better for kind of all skin types. Whereas I feel like, if I'm recalling correctly, I'm remembering correctly, because I've tried so many foundations, that the Charlotte Tilbury, I feel like dry skin, I don't know, it might not sit as well. Whereas I feel like the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation, I like the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation a little bit more than the Airbrush Foundation. The Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation is just one of my top favorite foundations, period. So that, for me, kind of tops them all, just because I feel like it kind of spans more wear, if that makes sense, more occasions. Natty just turned 30 this year and has been focusing more on skincare. That's great. I wish I had started focusing more on skincare when I was 30 as opposed to around 38. Yeah, I just feel like I waited way too long to really start caring. Have I determined the best shade for the YSL foundation? Yeah, because mine was a little light, right? No, I've just been mixing in my Drunk Elephant Deep Bronzy. I haven't really worried about it at this point. And the new Smashbox foundation. Gretchen says that Risa and I are her favorite foundation gurus. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, Vanessa, I'm glad you brought that up. Vanessa asked if I like the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. I love it, and I actually have a video on, it's two, I can't remember if it's 2 drugstore foundations you need to try. It might be 10 to 15 videos down in my video queue if you just go to my videos page on my channel page. And that is one of them. And so it's not sponsored or anything like that. They're both NYX foundations. One is Bear With Me and one is Can't Stop Won't Stop. I think it's great. And I'm actually including it in a video on Thursday. So you guys get the spoilers, right? So Thursday, my video is on my top drugstore foundations. Finally, and it is one of those foundations. So, I have not done a mascara review lately. That is being asked. I'm sorry if I missed some questions because the chat's moving pretty quickly. Let's see. Yes, Christy loves the Magic Foundation as well. Nicole, his name is Luke, and he is now facing away from us, and I don't know why. I have a feeling the mail's going to come while we're in here, and he's going to go nuts. So I'm just warning you guys now. Yes, the YSL foundation, who said that? Brittany says she bought it and she doesn't have to touch up at all. It's great for oil control if you get an oily T-zone like I do, like I am right now. So Natty, I talk about humid hot weather all the time. So you can pretty much look at any of my videos, my top foundations videos, and you will see what I recommend for hot humid weather. I actually have a foundation video on bulletproof, sweatproof foundations in my top foundations playlist on my playlist page, where I talk about sweatproof, bulletproof foundations. Yes, so the reason why I have a powder foundation on today is because I am preparing for my powder foundation video. I just want to double check my feelings on my powder foundations, because that is going to be, I believe, my next foundations video. I'm doing drugstore foundations, and I think if it's not a foundation roundup type video where it's the last foundations I've tried, it's going to be the powder foundations. So I have things coming. I'm preparing. I love that Tom Ford stick foundation. Yes, I do. You know, Stacy, I have not tried the Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation. I do, however, have finally the, let me see here, in the box, the Clinique Even Better foundation. This was a viewer recommendation from you guys, and I have it here to try. So this will be probably in my next foundation roundup or in a viewer recommendation. You know, I tried your viewer recommendations video. So yeah. Let's see. I haven't tried the Zoeva foundation. I do. I always try to keep you guys in mind because you're why I have this channel. So I want to try the things you guys want me to try. And the amount of foundation launches this year has been crazy. Yes, agreed. It has been insane. It's really hard to keep up. Absolutely. Catherine, I'm glad that you like the Touch in Sol No Problem Primer as well. That this guy right here that I talk about a lot. Yeah, I have another one in backup. It's $18. This was in my recent Sephora video that I just put up. Is that the last video that I did? The under $25 at Sephora video. Glad you guys like that. And I will be doing more of those. Maybe, well, not maybe. I'll do an under 30. And I do have more products for another video, actually several other videos for under $25 and under $30 at Sephora. So I'll make that a series. I think that's handy and beneficial to have products like that kind of, you know, in your back pocket, so to speak. What foundation am I wearing today? The Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Complexion Powder in the shade Sand. I'm getting shiny. I'm kind of warm, but I feel like it's a decent match for my neck. It's, you know, it's all right. I don't see anything too far off. I hope my monitor is kind of accurate. Let's see. How do I know what foundation and primer go together? Who asked that? Let's see. Anne asked that. Well, you kind of want to stick to, let's see, hold on, I'm getting, Risa had to exit out of the live video. She just texted me, so just thanking her for being here really quickly. You want to try, you know, if you have a water-based, like attracts like, right? So if you have a water-based foundation, you want to kind of stick to a water-based primer. If you have a silicone-based foundation, you want to stick to a silicone-based primer. Water repels oil. You want to kind of stick to those types of things. If you have an oil-based primer, you don't want to use a water-based foundation and vice versa. Generally, that is the rule. But it kind of gets complicated because some of these silicone-based primers will work with water-based products as well. And did I talk about that in my last video? No, it's the video I just filmed. It's going up. So silicone and water can work together, which I've found, but I don't find that, you know, oil and water mix well. I mean, that just makes sense, right? So if you have a product that is balling up a lot, it could be because you're trying to mix a water-based primer or foundation with an oil-based product or an oil-based, you know, something with a silicone-based product. Sometimes that is what happens a lot. Ooh, I'm getting a lot of light from over there. The Clinique Acne Solutions. Let's see. My shirt, Heather, my shirt. It's, what does it even say? Salt water heals everything. That's what it says. It's actually from the Cayman Islands when I went, so I don't know if I can link it or not. I'll try and find something similar and link it if I can for you. But I got it when we were in Grand Cayman this summer. So, but thank you very much. I enjoy it. It's nice and relaxed and comfy. Let's see. Thank you. Anne says that she appreciates me answering the question, and I'm good at this. Thank you. It's hard to see all the questions. Again, I'm so sorry if I am missing some or whatnot. So let's see. Yes, salt water does heal everything. I agree. I fully agree. It reminds me of my father-in-law too, because he always says that. It's funny. So, okay. I have a bunch of By Terry powders here that I was sent. And I just kind of wanted to mess with them a little bit with these Sonia G brushes. So I'm going to do that while we're talking. And I have a thumbs up, well, not literally, just like an okay from Zari, that the Clinique Even Better is nice. It makes skin look healthy and natural. And it's good in hot and humid Houston. That's great. Okay, but a little bit goes a long way. That's good to know. Yeah, because I don't like heavy foundations. I mean, if you guys follow me, you know that. So, oh, we have Australia here. Cindy Brady. Do y'all have the Brady Bunch there? Do you? I just was on Instagram last night. I'm sorry. I'm sure you've gotten that before, and you're probably like rolling your eyes at me right now. I was just on Instagram stories last night. How many of you saw my Instagram story from last night talking about a very Brady renovation on HGTV? Are any of you watching it right now? I love it so much. They had the second one on last night. And if you don't know, I'll tell you really quickly, and I'll keep it short in case all of you are watching it. But the Brady Bunch house was for sale. And HGTV saw it and they bought it, and they're turning the inside of the Brady Bunch house, which was nothing like the set. They're turning it into an exact replica of the set, which is so cool. And they had to gut it and then add on an addition to the back, but not alter the front at all. It's amazing. And they recruited all 6 of the Brady kids to help them, and they're all so into it, and it's just really emotional. And I'm loving it. I'm so into it. It airs Mondays at 8, and they always air, well, I say they aired the second one last night, but they are airing the prior one an hour before. And I'm sure they're rerunning it on the weekends and stuff. You guys need to watch it. It is so much fun. And they show clips from the episodes because they're having to watch all the episodes to get everything completely accurate. And they're sourcing all of, the furniture and lamps. They're trying to go to, sets and auctions and things. And they've actually solicited all of America, if they have any of the old Brady stuff, to send, if they wouldn't mind donating it or sending it in, because they want the furniture to be the same, everything. It's so cool. I love it. Yes, look it up. It's amazing. I forgot it was on last night. My mom texted me because I hadn't set it up on my DVR yet. So I was like, thank you, Mom. HGTV, yes. It was on last night at 8, and the first one was on at 7. So yeah, they've done so far the outside. Okay, I'm about to sneeze. Oh, please don't sneeze. They did the outside, and then the living room area, and then last night's episode was the and they did they showed doing the stairs and getting the stairs accurate and everything, and then they showed the boys and girls rooms and the Jack and Jill bathroom last night. I think that's all they've done, right? Will somebody correct me if I missed anything? So yeah, and they found a couple of the original pieces from the house, which was really, really neat. So I've been really liking it. It's like those little things. So y'all, there's this sneeze that is just like here, and it's not happening. Well, they were able to replicate the carpet from Mike's den, as well as the countertops from the Jack and Jill bathroom, which had like a little starburst design on it, which was really pretty amazing. So they've been able to do some stuff, but they found a digital printing place that's helped them get the printed sofa that they had as well. Well, this didn't have anything to do with the orange countertops, but and then there was something else that they got done there. Oh, the wallpaper, the nautical wallpaper from the boys' room, and the girls' floral wallpaper. I'm just like, it's amazing. It reminds, I don't know if any of you ever watched Project Runway, but they used to do the digital prints and stuff. Oh, Cindy, okay. Poor Cindy Brady here asked a question, and I just went off on a tangent about the Brady renovation. I'm so sorry, Cindy. Back to her makeup question. Okay, so she lives in Australia, and it gets to be 118 Okay, I thought it got hot here in the summer with 100% humidity. What foundation would you recommend for that type of heat? I would recommend moving. Just kidding. The YSL All Hours wouldn't be bad, honestly. Or I would say Too Faced Peach Perfect. I would definitely recommend wearing a primer and setting with powder and a setting spray. I mean, holy moly, I can't imagine that kind of weather. I'm so sorry. I really think the YSL All Hours is a good option for you. I was really impressed with it. Jody, please reference that, what I just said. She asked foundations for extremely hot weather. And you live in Tennessee. Girlfriend, I'm from Tennessee, and you do not have heat like I have here in New Orleans and humidity. You have 4 seasons. I feel like there's a foundation I'm forgetting about that. Again, any of you in hot, humid weather, definitely see that Bulletproof foundation video that is in my top. I have a top foundations playlist. If you go to my channel page and you see all the little tabs or the little options, you have, I think it's channel, then you have videos, and then there's playlists. It's kind of at the top of all the videos below the search bar. See the playlist, and there's top foundations. And there's one that's called like Bulletproof or Sweatproof or something like that. That video will have a lot of options in there. Of course, the YSL All Hours isn't in there because I hadn't tried it yet, but that's a good option. And there's some other, I almost said other videos. There's some other foundations that are in there too that would be great for any of you in hot, humid weather, because that's what I deal with about 9 months out of the year, actually about 10 months out of the year. And that I created that video for those situations. Urban Decay Stay Naked. I have a review on that. See that review. I don't like it nearly as much as the Urban Decay Naked Foundation. So, I mean, it's okay. And I mean, Estee Lauder Double Wear, that is always recommended by me. Always. So yeah. And powder foundations, for me personally, just don't stay on for me, as well as liquids. Everybody's different with that. I don't know if you guys follow Melanie, Mr. Kong's mom. She has oily skin and swears by powder foundations, but they just don't last on me. They last. They just don't keep me shine free like liquid foundations do. They don't like mesh with my skin in the same way for some reason. So anyway, Estee Lauder Double Wear is amazing. Too Faced Peach Perfect is amazing. Is it the Smashbox? It's almost like I have so many, I can't keep them straight. Did y'all hear that? My phone buzzed and Luke looked up like, excuse me? Is it the Smashbox? And there's a Bareminerals. The Bareminerals, hang on one moment. Bareminerals Bear Pro. This one is really, really great. I actually have a really great story about this foundation because it looks really nice on the skin. I wore this to a Mardi Gras ball. It got really hot. We did a lot of dancing. I had sweat on my face. I mean, sweat. And I wore it from, I want to say it was maybe about 5 o'clock until around 3 in the morning. And every time I went to the bathroom, I kept thinking, oh my gosh, I mean, because my face was so sweaty that I just knew my makeup had melted off my face. My face looked perfect all night long. I mean, despite the beads of sweat on my face. And I kept having to blot, nothing. So that's another one. Relda is asking how Weight Watchers is going for me. Well, it's not. So, through no one's fault but my own. I stopped it maybe 3 weeks ago, not intentionally, but just for those of you who are not knowing what I'm doing right now, I'm putting on the translucent by Terry Hyaluronic Hydra powder just to get rid of this shine in the center of my face, because this powder foundation has gotten a little bit shiny, and I just put a tiny, tiny bit on here just because I figured I would do this while I'm talking. So I kind of stopped it. I can't remember what was going on, but I just, you know, stopped it for a weekend, which turned into a week, which turned into 2 weeks. And it's kind of, I haven't been eating atrociously, but I haven't really been keeping track. So I still have the app. I just need to get back to it. So it's when I was doing it, it was working really well. So, you know, that's kind of part of it. You have to actually do it. So I do intend to get back to it. I just have been off my game. Part of it is because at night I just, you know, have been wanting to drink my wine, and, you know, I don't know, I've been, I don't know, making up excuses. So there's that. There's the honesty. Yes, that is the 102 powder brush from BK Beauty. It's a really nice soft powder brush, and it's really good if you just want to dust on a tiny bit of powder. So, bye, Natty. It was good having you here in the live stream and in the chat. Okay, and so I think what I want to do, I just kind of want to mess around with some of these things that I've gotten in, you know, hauls or PR or whatever, and just, I don't know, see how they do. Gretchen, you're so sweet. I've actually put on about 20 pounds over the past 3 years, which, you know, I guess it could be worse, but I have not worked out. I haven't done anything, you know, so I've gone up about 2 or 3 sizes in clothes. And so I'm really not fitting in the majority of my closet. So, but thank you. You know, and I mean, I've said this in a chat before, and I hate getting on weight and every, you know, on the subject of weight in every single one of my chats, but I just, I know I'm not obese or anything like that. I mean, I'm not delusional about my weight. You know, I'm fine, but at the same time, if you're not fitting in your clothes, I don't care if you're a size, you know, 2 or 8 or whatever, it's a very uncomfortable place to be. And I just don't feel really comfortable in my own skin and right now. So I just need to kind of get back to where I was, because I really don't want to have to buy a whole new closet of clothes, you know? So, the By Terry powder. Oh, thank you. I haven't put on any bronzer or anything, Jennifer. No. Barbara says my face looks great today. Thank you. I'm in the midst of putting on bronzer and all that. I do have just the powder foundation on, the Too Faced powder foundation. Jennifer is asking how the By Terry powder is different than previous powder. This is just repackaged, as far as I know. I hope to have a more thorough answer for you soon. I literally just got these yesterday, so I am playing with them right now for the first time. So welcome, Carly, to your first live. So, Christy, thank you. She said she thinks I look pretty dieting or not. Thank you. The best light coverage foundation for hot weather, Princess asks. Let's see. And see, I keep wanting to direct you guys to those videos because I feel like I'm going to leave something out, because you guys, it's when you test so many foundations, it's so hard to just remember every single thing that you test. And then, I don't know, I just want to, like, I'll say something and then be like, oh, I should have recommended this. So I am going to reference, I have a video, back to the top foundations playlist that's on my channel page. I have a skin-like foundations video. It's actually a pretty popular video. So I have the Bulletproof foundations video, and then I have the top skin-like foundations video. So reference both of those, but that Chanel Velvet foundation is really good. I do really like it. Of course, 2 of my favorites that were in that are now discontinued. The Urban Decay Naked Skin, which is gone, and what was the other? Oh my gosh, I literally was just about to say the other one and I just totally escaped my brain. The Estee Lauder Double Wear Light. Those were two of my very, very favorites that were in that. Now the Chanel Velvet still exists, but they renamed it and redid it. But apparently, according to Angie, who has a review on it, Hot and Flashy, it is pretty much the same. It's not anything, you know, nothing's changed about it, but I really do like that one. So, and I love Bareminerals Bear Pro. I don't think that's a lot. Well, I mean, for me, that is not light coverage though. So I like the old version of Estee Lauder Double Wear Light. I don't like the new version. And the Shiseido Synchro Skin, the old version was really good too. I don't know about the new version because I haven't tried it yet, and I don't know what the coverage is like. So, I know that Stacy said she's gained 30 pounds and not fitting in your closet. I know it's tough. And with the Weight Watchers, no, just Weight Watchers, Stephanie. Weight Watchers really did help right away. I mean, it really helped once. I mean, the first 2 or 3 weeks I was on it, I saw results right away and it was super easy. I mean, you have to do it. So, GLN Gal 9 says, wow, this is just like a group of gals talking. I find it fun, but it would drive my husband crazy. Except it's me. It's like I'm talking for all of us, I guess. I know the Urban Decay Naked Foundation was so good. I just hate it when companies mess with a good thing, you know? Okay, my hair's gonna go everywhere because I'm not holding it back. So this is one of the new Sonia G Sky face brushes. And I am attempting, I don't know how this is gonna work, to use the By Terry Hyaluronic Tinted Face Powder in the shade 600, which is dark. I'm using it as bronzer because this powder, it erases your pores and blurs your face so well. I just thought, oh, I bet the dark shade would work as bronzer really well, really well. So we're gonna attempt to do that. And I like this brush a lot. Stress will add on the pounds. And that is kind of initially what I stopped working out because of a hugely stressful event in my life. And that got me off of the working out. Hey, Luke, what's going on, buddy? Hey back there. And that kind of got me off of my rhythm with working out. And then it was just like stress and I don't know, all that. And then I just never got back to it. And, you know, and then of course, you know, I'm sitting all the time. I'm not working out. I'm not eating right. So, the Honest Beauty review is in here. Hello, hello. I'm not in menopause yet, but yes, I hear that is so. I hear that is so. Oh my goodness, you guys. So if you guys are not watching the Honest Beauty review, her channel is amazing. So I'm glad you were able to pop in here. She's so pretty. So I am using this. I'm not clipping my hair. It's very subtle. I wish working out was so overrated. I am one of those rare people that I feel like I don't see the same results when I just diet as I do when I include working out. Are any of you guys like that? I just feel like some people are like, you know, oh, it's all diet. But for me, if I don't include working out, it's just not the same. There goes my hair. Is driving any of you guys crazy? Yes, Louisiana, New Orleans specifically, there is some amazing food here. So it's really tough. You have to be pretty disciplined. And that's the thing too. It's not really conducive here to, you know, I mean, there are people that low carb, but it's just not that kind of a city to maintain that type of lifestyle either. And plus, that's always the thing too, when I say, oh, I'm going to intermittent fast, I'm going to try that. I can do it, but I have to be flexible with it. There has to be, you know, days where I know I'm going to have nights where I'm not going to stop eating or consuming wine at 8 because we're going to be, you know, doing something or whatever. That's just the lifestyle, you know, sometimes on weekends or whatever. That's just what's going to happen. So anyway, it's just depending on where you live, I guess. Okay, I thought this was going to give me, you know, way too much pigment. It could be partially the brush and partially the powder, but this powder is really pretty. It's like you can't see it on the skin, but yet it's doing something. I have a Peloton. I haven't been able to use it because I've had this back issue and I can't lean over on the bike right now. This fan brush is not, it's fluffy in that, you know, it's not super thin, but it's not so fluffy it doesn't pick up anything. I mean, this really picks up pigment, and so I kind of thought I was going to have to be really careful, but it diffused everything perfectly. I mean, really, really good. Yes, Deanna, wine is good for you, so that's okay. Yes, Gretchen says, if I don't work out, I don't feel best and fit better in my clothes. The only thing is wine or alcohol stimulates my appetite. Yep, me too. Yes. Carol, wait, I missed your comment. I didn't, exercise is essential, but it's so hard to do. Yes, it is. It is so hard to do. Let's see. I'm going to use this little guy with a highlighter. I think I'm going to use the Persona Zuma highlighter. Do you guys have this? It's so pretty. Intermittent fasting gets easier the longer you do it, says Dazzlings. No, that's good. I know. And I feel like I start it and then I stop it. Because, you know, I don't know. I just feel like I'll be really good with it. And then, you know, I'll go out or something, or I'll go out of town and people want to eat breakfast and I'll feel like I need to eat breakfast or something. And I don't know. So yes, I absolutely believe that you need lean muscle mass. I've always been a believer in weights, strength. This is, God, this highlighter is so pretty. Okay, I'll have all this stuff linked in the description box. I always do. Luann, dazzling was referring to intermittent fasting. Okay, and in one of my hauls recently, okay, I'm going to be doing a couple of haul updates, and I say a couple because I've had a few hauls over the past few weeks, and I think doing just one is going to make the video too long. So in one of my hauls, I got a couple of these Jouer blush duos. This one is rose gold, and I've used the other one, which is Adore, but I want to use this one. I haven't used it yet. And I don't know why I haven't tried these before. These actually need to go in my next Sephora budget video. Is the Persona highlight as intense as Becca? Mariah, let's see. I don't think so. But actually my Becca highlighters are in another room right now for a reason. I don't think so, but I mean, it's pretty intense, but I kind of feel like if you use the right brush, you can, told you guys that was going to happen. I don't know. These are the things I can edit out in the video. Anyway. Sorry. I don't think it's I think it's somebody walking outside. I can't see what it is. Luke? Yeah, it's the bell. I just heard it. Okay, guys, you just gotta be patient with me. Sorry. Lisa's dog heard Luke and is now barking back at him. Luke is always on a mission. We have a mail slot in our front door. When we built the house, we thought it was going to be a good idea because, you know, if you're out of town, they can still put your mail in, whatever. It's a terrible idea. He eats our mail. He doesn't eat it, but there are teeth marks frequently in our mail. So I've had debit cards delivered and had to get them resent because there are teeth marks in the debit cards. It's not good. So I always tell people, if like friends, if they are ever sticking anything through our mail slot, basically just not to, because there's a good chance it will be torn to shreds. When we get magazines or anything shoved through the mail slot, quite frequently the entire front cover and first pages will be completely ripped off the magazines. I mean, like, it's ridiculous. So, I know, I mean, he thinks he's protecting us. He thinks he's doing a good thing. He really does. Okay. So back to this persona highlight. I feel like, if you use the right brush and if you keep working a highlighter into the skin, like basically just don't just swipe it on. If you keep going like this, it can blend into the skin and not look too glittery. And this kind of has more of a smooth look to me than the Becca. I don't know if you can see that. It's not like glittery, glimmery. It's got shimmer, but it's like a smooth shimmer. I don't know, like a liquidy looking shimmer. It's so pretty. I would love for her to come out with different shades. Really, really pretty. Yeah, the basket doesn't work. He just takes the mail out of the basket. And we actually tried doing one that was attached to the door, like a pouch thing. He ripped it down. Nothing works. Nothing. And if no mail comes, and somebody leaves a package outside, but there's mail laying there from earlier, he'll pick up that mail and tear it up just from going crazy from seeing somebody outside the door. It's just, yes, it's a skin-like highlighter. It's really pretty. I mean, I'm hoping you can see that. I know the webcam quality on my computer isn't that great, but Teresa's beagle is not enjoying Luke's barking. Sorry, you guys. That's the downfall of live streaming. I just hit my table. I am not sure if this would work on a very pale skin tone, to be honest with you. I think it's got kind of a golden, fleshy undertone to it that, I don't know, I kind of think, I'm looking down for a reason. I kind of think is, I don't know, might be a little bit too goldeny for a pale skin tone. What I think looks great on pale skin tones, if you want a more subtle highlighter, is this one from Laura Mercier. This is the Highlight 01 Baked Matte Baked Radiance Highlighter. This looks really natural and is not too glimmery at all. This is gorgeous. And actually this, if you saw my Instagram story, Laura Mercier is running a special right now through like the middle of October. If you buy a full size of their tinted moisturizer or tinted moisturizer hydrating, you get a full size of one of these for free. So I'll link that in my description box. If you like her tinted moisturizers, or if you know somebody that might like one, You can get one of these for free, full size. I mean, that's amazing. And this one, this is a highlighter for people who don't like highlighters, but want a little bit of lift to the cheek. I mean, this is beautiful. So let me put this back on. I literally just wiped the Zuma off. I feel like the Laura Mercier Highlight 01 would really look good on everybody. So this is the Persona Zuma, and this is the Laura Mercier 01. I'm hoping you can see the difference there. Both absolutely beautiful, but you can see this one is a little bit more subtle. I wish I was using my normal high quality camera so you could really see that. But I think she has other shades. I'm not sure if Laura Mercier has other shades. You would have to look on the website. I know, Marielle, I hope I said that right, says she loves the different types of topics. We are all over the place in these chats, I'm telling you. And I think I've decided in chats, I'm not going to cover super important things that should probably go in a video, because I know a lot of people that really like to watch my videos, some of them don't really like live chats, live streams, because we get so far off of the regular topic. More like chatty kind of fun things. Just Janet wants to know, hey, Janet wants to know what makeup Brooke is into now. She's kind of all over the place. I know for her eyes, she really likes warm, golden, kind of bronzy tones, which makes sense because her eyes are so blue. But she doesn't wear a lot of makeup, which, I mean, I'm thankful because she's only 14. But like when she wears something, it's usually just mascara and like a wash of color with maybe a pop of shimmer or something. So, yeah, I really like the Hourglass products too. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, Persona does have other shades. Okay, okay. Well, that's good to know because for some reason I was thinking Zuma was it. Thank you. Who said that? Linda. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna put on blush. Yesterday, I used this blush brush. So these blue handled brushes that I've been using are from the new Sonia G Sky Face set that just launched yesterday. And these brushes are stunning. I really love Sonia G brushes, and these are just gorgeous. I talk about effortless, and like I really like targeted brushes. So this blush brush here is really soft. It's a little bit bigger, and this one is soft and kind of fluffy. This one's a little more dense. This one is called the Soft Cheek, and this one is the Classic Cheek. So I'm going to use the Classic Cheek today because I used the Soft Cheek yesterday. I'm going to use this Rose Gold Jouer Blush Duo. I've not tried the Aqua Surance Powder Foundation Jackie. I have not. Everybody's dogs are barking with Luke. And I think I'm just going to mix these two today. I don't know. Actually, let's just watch these. So these are really pretty. So this one has some shimmer to it, whereas the Adore Duo that I have has a totally matte shade and then just a slightly shimmery shade on the other side. Actually, I think I'm going to use this light shade and then take the other shade as a topper because I kind of want to see if this shows up. It does. Can you see that? That's pretty. I know. I really that Taylor raves about the J-Cat powder foundation. She has dry skin though. I used to think she had oily skin because I knew she had problematic skin, but she does not have combination oily skin. So I don't know how that Aqua Surance foundation works on combination oily skin. If any of you know, let me know in the chat. This is pretty. I'm going to try putting a little bit of this dark on and just see how that changes it. I thought this might be too much, especially with the denseness of this brush, but I don't think it is. Okay, my God, you guys, I didn't even think. I have physical therapy later. I'm going to have to be like, can you place a tissue down before I lay my face on this pillow? because you're gonna have makeup everywhere. The other day when I went, okay, this is why I have issues with transfer. You know, when I was doing regular foundation reviews, and I say that not that I'm not reviewing foundations, but you know, I'm putting them in foundation roundups now because I just feel like that's better with all the foundations that are coming out right now. Um, Everybody wants to know about transfer. But the other day, when I went to physical therapy, I'm going to get this thought out. I swear. It's taking me a while to form this thought. The other day when I went to physical therapy, I wore no foundation. I've been doing that a lot lately, wearing no foundation and just wearing my other makeup and, you know, kind of doing some things with skin prep so that the makeup stays. I'm actually going to do a video on that next week, just kind of showing you how I do that, and your skin still looks really good. Your makeup can still look really, really good even without foundation. But so I did that, and I set everything really well. You know, I sprayed it, whatever. I still had transfer. So the thing is like anytime I've never been big on my foundation reviews about transfer because makeup's going to transfer and it's not always the foundation's fault. And that was kind of proof to me the other day at physical therapy because I was just like, I got up and I was like, I still have transfer and I'm not wearing a stitch of foundation. None. So I don't know. It just was interesting to me because I was just thinking, you know, all these, you know, everybody always wants to know about transfer. And yeah, I mean, there's something to that. I mean, yeah, foundations can transfer, but even if you're not wearing foundation, your makeup can transfer. So there's that. There's that. It's not always the foundation, you know? So I'm going to take really quickly. First, I'm going to put a little bit more lipstick on because my mouth feels dry from talking and drinking and all that. So, well, I think, you know, yeah, it's the oil in our skin, but it's the other makeup we're wearing. You know, I mean, if you're topping something with powder or if you're putting on a powder or a cream blush or bronzer, that's sitting on top of your skin and it can transfer too, you know? So it's not always just the foundation. And yeah, it's due to the humidity and the oil in the skin. And, you know, I mean, it's not embedded in your skin, it's sitting on top of your skin. So it can easily come off. This is the shade Glossy Fawn in the L'Oreal Color Reach Shine lipsticks. I love these things. Oh, a big cloud just came over. So, oh, I wanted to take, I'm really, really loving this shade. I say that, I've used it once, but I really liked it when I used it. The Apricot Light shade of the By Terry Hyaluronic Tinted Powder, and I'm going to use this brush. I'm loving this thing. This is the Master Face Brush. It's so freaking soft. Let's see. Lauren likes the Honest Beauty Review likes the Jouer. Why can't I say that today? Jouer Rose Gold Duo. I know it's got a warm and a cool tone side. I love it. It's so pretty. I'm gonna try and not cover it up with this apricot finishing powder. I just feel like using this. It just, I don't know, it brightened up my skin the other day and I feel like there's too much in that lid. Let me just tap some off. I'm glad you joined me today. Let's see. Okay. All right, let's see what this does. And I love the packaging of these, and they're just not expensive for the amount you get too. I mean, it's really, really great. So I feel like this brush is just so good to really just buff everything together. I'm not gonna do that. I have it written down somewhere how much they are. Hang on, I can look really, really quickly. I am going to go run some errands and go to PT in a little while. I think Maria K is asking, she says she can't afford she wishes she could afford the brushes, but she can't find a good cheap fan brush. I've never really been a big fan of fan brushes unless they are like this kind of thicker, fluffier fan brushes. She also has one that is a little bit bigger than this, not too big though, and I think they sell it solo. I think you can buy it by itself. So, if you're wanting just one, you may want to look into buying that single one. See if I have one here that was kind of like that. But if you're not wanting a whole set. So maybe peruse Beautylish and see. If I find it, I'll link it for you when I do my links after this ends. I'm in love with this brush. So my other favorite brush for doing powder foundation or finishing powder like I just did is also from Sonia G, and it is the Face One brush. Totally different brushes, right? But they're both so soft, and I love them. Jeannie says she has to be so quiet when she taps off excess powder or she wakes up her husband. I was thinking Dazzlings says that she thinks that Taylor's skin change after Accutane and skincare. I was wondering if it was Accutane because I know several people that did it and their skin became dry after it was oily for so long. So yeah, I know. Maria K says she's tried Real Techniques and Wet n Wild for fan brushes and they're not good. Yeah, sometimes with brushes, there are some great, I'm going to back up. There are some great inexpensive brushes, but sometimes you really do get what you pay for. And I do talk of the fact that sometimes when you use, makeup and you're wondering why it's not applying the way you want it to and whatever, sometimes it could be the brushes and you don't really realize how much of a difference a good quality brush makes. And, sometimes you don't have to spend a lot, but sometimes, the quality, well, all the time, the quality makes a difference. And there are some less expensive, good quality brushes, but sometimes, that step up really does make a difference. Like the Sonia G brushes, they're pricey and their brushes, I have to save for them. They're expensive. I was very fortunate that I was sent this set. This is the first set I've ever been sent from her. I just got on Beautylicious PR list and I'm like, what? Me? Thanks. I'm kind of blown away by that. But I've purchased the Sonia G brushes that I have. I've purchased the Wayne Goss brushes that I have, and quality is there, and I love my Sigma brushes. They're fabulous. You can tell a difference though. And I would say that if you're wanting to up yourself from, say, Real Techniques or Wet n Wild, Sigma would be a great place to go because quality is great. But it's not the same as, say, Sonia G, but it's still really good. And they might have a fluffy fan brush. I can't recall offhand. That's why I was kind of looking over there to see if I had it, but I don't have all my brushes in here. If Sigma does, I'll link you to it. It might not be the same as the Sonia G, but it would give you a step up. I feel like I just talked about that for like 10 years. Let's see. I haven't tried the Eco Tools though, and I know a lot of people really like their brushes. Yeah, I really like. I've just always really liked Sigma brushes. I've had great luck with them. I think, if you look at my brush collection, the majority of them are from Sigma because I just think the quality for the price, and they run sales a lot too. Oh, hey Jennifer. Oh, I was like, how long have you been in here? I just saw you. see. Yes, Gretchen says she has to use smaller brushes, otherwise it all blends together and not in a good way. I'm glad you brought that up because I feel like, and Jennifer could probably attest to this too. That's probably a big mistake that a lot of people make is using brushes that are too big because then everything becomes just a muddy, blended out mess. And using smaller brushes can really help you target areas better. Yeah, and a lot of brushes are too big. A lot of brushes that they sell are just flat out too big, and you might see a YouTuber using a big brush and you feel like you need that brush, but it's really not the brush that you need to be using. So, um, I know I love my wing gloss brushes too. Oh, that's right. Jennifer did just do a review of these. Oh, yes. I know. It's on my watch later list. I'm so behind on watching videos this week. I have I don't know how many things from this week added to my watch later queue. I go into my subscription feed and I check the little clock thing and add things into my watch later list. It's in there. Let's see. I know. And then you've got beauty companies, Lancome and whoever, that give free brushes, and people end up using those and think that they're good, and they're really not. And yes, the BK Beauty eye set is really nice. Very, very soft, very good quality as well. Is a fan brush helpful for highlight? Oh, Jennifer, I'm gonna have to watch that because Jennifer Joyce Beauty, who's in here, she has a great channel and she compares the Sonia G to her other brushes. Okay, great, perfect. Is a fan brush helpful? Okay, Jackie wants to know if a fan brush is helpful for highlight. It can be. I keep saying I'm not a big fan of using fan brushes. I don't, especially for small fan brushes. I think I actually have a small fan brush right here. So I pulled this small Sigma. This is called a Strobing Fan Brush out. I pulled this one back out the other day because I wanted to see about using it for highlighting. A lot of people do. It's not my favorite thing to highlight with though. I don't know why. I don't know. I just prefer to highlight with something like this, or I've got a little pile of brushes going right here, or something like this, because I feel like with a, yeah, like Jennifer saying, a smaller, fluffier one is great for highlighter. Like smaller, fluffier brushes for highlighter because I feel like they can really, really diffuse and meld the highlighter into the skin. Whereas something like this, it's just, this one isn't bad. Like I'm feeling it, it's pretty soft, and it's not totally skinny, if you can see that. But like this one's a little too dense for me for a highlighter. This one is, I have a small face. This one is big enough for me that I was able to bronze with it, and I contoured with it yesterday, and it worked really, really well. And I do believe she has a bigger one. Jennifer might know. So yeah, I just think for me, but some people love using small fan brushes to highlight with, and that's where personal preference comes in with brushes. And I like brushes that you can multitask with, and that's one of the reasons why I really like the Sky Face set, because you can really multitask with all of those brushes and use them how you want to. Hey, CC, I know, and look, I think I've got about maybe 5 more minutes in here, but I'm glad you made it. So, Natty's husband steals her makeup brushes to clean model ships. That is not okay. He needs to go to a craft store and get his own brushes. That is not cool. See, Katie uses fan brushes for her eyeshadow fallout, and that's kind of what I use them for. I just don't use them that way. Okay, the Sculpt one is a bigger version. Got it, Jennifer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, so this is fun. This was a lot of fun. Oh wait, you know what? Before we get out of here, I do have a quick question for you guys. How many of you have seen this or used it yet? What are your thoughts on the new Urban Decay Naked Honey? I got this last week, but I haven't used it yet. So this is something I need to get my thoughts together on and use before I do Sephora and other haul update, because I've got a couple of those videos planned, haul updates for you guys. But just wanting your overall thoughts on this. Like my first impression thoughts are, oh, Rebecca took it back. Dang, okay. Oh, bye, Jennifer. I'm glad you were able to pop in. Oh, you're one of my favorites too. You're so sweet. I'm so glad you popped in. Thank you. And I feel like the response to this is so mixed, because I feel like some people think it looks really beautiful. Emily Noel, it did look really pretty on her. Some people say a lot of the colors look very much the same, or it's just there's not enough contrast in here, but some people really like it. I want to get your feedback on here. Let's see. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, and I am definitely going to be trying this. So perfect. So Rebecca could not get a good look with it. She said the colors look too muddy and muted. Yeah. So interesting. I like seeing the different thoughts on it all the way around. You know, this drives me crazy about Swell bottles, how they get like that on the bottom. Let's see here. You know, it's funny. We're about to end the chat and we just started getting trolls in here. I know, right? I mean, it's like, what is up? We almost went a whole chat without it. Almost. I was just thinking, it's a miracle. Carrie, you made it. Unfortunately, we're getting ready to end it, but I'm glad you made it. Trolls are people who come into chats because they have nothing better to do with their lives and just make weird, mean comment. Not always mean, just sometimes they're gross comments, rude, just to cause trouble in chats. And not necessarily always chats either. Sometimes they come into message boards or forums just to cause trouble. So, you know, no reason. It's just, you know, I've had them in a few of my chats, just, you know, coming from nowhere just to cause trouble in the chat. It's like, I would hope that people would have better things to do with their lives than to do that, but they don't. It's crazy. I can't imagine how bored you must be to do that. I don't know. Weird. So, does Luke know tricks? Maria K asks. Yes, they are sad humans. Thank you so much, Jackie. She says I'm a natural beauty. That's really sweet. Does Luke know tricks? He can stand on two legs and walk for a while, and he can also stand on two legs and turn in several circles. I'm trying to think what else. I mean, he can do the typical, you know, sit, lay down, whatever. I don't know. I don't know what else. He's not like a big show person. Oh, I have another one that's just not showing because he's just not. We literally almost went the whole chat without trolls. This one didn't even show because he had a curse word in it. And I have a super chat that let's see. Oh, Natty, tell your husband I said hi. Thank you. It's very nice. People are so weird. Anyway, Amy, I'm glad you got to check in as well. So yeah, um, thank you for being in here. Absolutely. So yeah, so anytime you guys have certain, videos you want to see or products you want me to look at, just let me know, what you want to see. You can do that in the comment of any video. And I do want to apologize to any of you if you have DM'd me on Instagram or anything like that and I haven't gotten to answer you if it's been a question, because I I I I get so many DMs on Instagram. It's really hard to respond to every question because they get kind of lost if I can't respond right away. It's been happening kind of a lot lately, and people ask me specific questions and I just can't always reply right away, and then I lose the question because they just get shuffled in with all the others. And so it's just kind of the nature of the DM thing. And so I apologize. And, sometimes things like that are better asked in a comment under a video because they don't get as lost as they do in DMs. So, let's see. Oh, thank you, Natty. I really try. I just, it gets harder. I guess that comes with the territory of growth. And, I try so hard to answer all my comments or heart them. And I really do, because you guys are the reason why I'm here, and that is the bottom line with everything. But it's just it does get hard to keep up sometimes, but I really really do try. Um, yeah, and so Thursday is going to be my top drugstore foundations, and I'm trying really hard to get my updated skincare routine Sunday. It may end up being another video if I can't get the B-roll and everything in there the way I want to. And but if it is not Sunday, my updated skincare routine will be going up next week at some point. So just know that is around the corner, because I know you guys have been asking me about that for a couple months. So anyway, um, I think that's all I have today, guys. Um, Thank you so much. Let's see, I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything else. Thank you guys so much. I will see you soon. I will see you Thursday. That will be my next video. Thanks, guys. It was a lot of fun. I really, really appreciate you all coming in the chat. They're always so much fun. So hopefully, I think I have one planned next week, or next week might be an off week, and then I'll have one the next week. So just stay tuned. Thanks. Bye. Have a great day.